District 3, Bernie Dudek.
First, I want to thank you for welcoming us out-of-towners here tonight. I think I speak for everybody. We've heard lovely things about Villa Park, so it's very nice to actually be here. My name is Bernie Dudek, and I'm running for re-election as trustee of District 3 in Lombard. During the past 4 years, I've learned just how vital it is to our residents that we have competent, experienced, nonpartisan, independent elected officials who work tirelessly for the village of Lombard and for all of our neighbors equally. So how did I get here? My wife and I moved to Lombard in 2001, shortly after our twins were born, for the same reasons I suspect most young couples do. A house, a chance to build a better life, safe neighborhoods, great parks, exceptional schools, new neighbors and friends, community. Lombard checked every box on our scorecard and so many more. And it was the right choice because 24 years later, we're still here. I became a trustee by accident, really. A large portion of my career was spent producing documentaries for National Geographic, History, CNBC, among many others. I learned I like to ask questions, and I like to understand how things work. I began attending village meetings in 2013 when my neighborhood united to oppose a major development. It was inspiring to see our collective voices influencing local decisions and steering the processes. It was also my introduction to the village staff and how dedicated and professional they are. Not to mention just how much work and effort goes on behind the scenes at Village Hall every day that we never think about and often take for granted. In 2021, I figured that as a former documentary producer who likes to ask questions, running for trustee would be a unique opportunity to learn and guide how our village operates. And I have to say the past 4 years have been eye-opening. I've learned so much and continue to learn more every day. The challenges of being one of the largest non-home rule communities in the state, balancing our $131 million budget, creating strategic plans, and the wonderful daily interactions with residents and staff as we try to make Lombard a better place for everyone is what makes the position so worthwhile. As trustee, I will engage directly with neighbors to address concerns, encourage business development, ensure the safety and security of all residents, add more green space to District 3, which we sorely need, promote transparency, encourage bicycle and pedestrian safety throughout the village, increase hotel-motel tax revenues, oversee collective bargaining efforts, and balance the budget as we've successfully done these past 4 years. I'm proud to represent our community, our vibrant and diverse community of 44,000 residents, and I feel the best is yet to come. There are currently more than 60 major projects occurring throughout the village, and many of those are happening in District 3. Perhaps the most exciting one for me is the revitalization occurring right now at Yorktown Center. I'm proud to help oversee this multifaceted $250 million renovation that will transform our venerable shopping mall into a residential and entertainment hub, complete with new restaurants, tenants, townhomes, apartments, and a grocery store, as well as a 2-acre public green space, and much more. The economic impact will be enormous, and I want very much to see this project to completion. A non-home rule village like Lombard needs to maximize sales and property taxes to balance the budget, and this will be a big piece of that puzzle for years to come. Thank you for the privilege and honor of being a Lombard trustee, and I look forward to your questions.
Next up, I'm going to Lombard now. Dr. Shabalit is not here, so this question will be just for you, Bernie. Support for religious rights. Do you support policies that protect religious freedom, such as accommodation for prayer, halal food options in public institutions, and recognizing Muslim holidays? Please.
All right, thank you for that question. So, I think part of that question is outside of the scopes of a trustee's responsibilities. What we can do is offer up the village hall as a refuge for prayer. Dr. Hock made reference earlier to the ceasefire discussions that we had with the community. And I do want to point out a little bit of the process that went into that. We spent about 2 months meeting with community, with neighbors. We met at the village hall, we met in homes, we met in businesses. We had many discussions, and that all took place during Ramadan. And accommodations were made accommodations were made does not sound like the way I want to say that. I mean, the point was to make everybody feel welcome and feel comfortable. And that also happened during our trustee meetings when people would be in the audience. We would set aside time and areas so that everybody could feel welcome. And for me personally, I cannot stress enough the value that I find in diversity, and regardless of your religious decisions, religious if you're anything. Sorry, I'm not great at this part of the process, but I believe that religion, gender, sexuality, all of that it's what makes us unique and what makes a community. And I've spent the last 4 years, we've had social justice groups that we've worked with, not just from the Muslim community, but other groups as well. And that's very important to me and to the current makeup of the board right now. And I don't ever see a time when that changes. Pardon my ramble.